Bit of love to the 4runner in this video. We're going to refit a transfer case with the 4.7 reductions. So this case here has got the Marks 4.7 kit. Now the 4runner had 4.7s in it, but a couple of months ago we thought we might need it as a backup car at Willow Glen in the touring class. No transfer gears allowed. So we removed them, and now we've got a set that we're going to put back in. What also I'm going to do, gonna get rid of that spacer on that front tail shaft. So we've got one of Bullett's custom chromoly, a little bit longer, no spacer. There'll be 20mm of spline there, exposed, so it's gonna be perfect. We won't be needing this in the future with the high pinion center in Bullet plus the high steer, so we'll be 80mm forward. So now because we did move that front diff forward, we did need that spacer. So this is the longer one. I've got one of these Superior flip plates here, and I've got plenty of U-bolts, so there's two there I can find. We'll get that on the passenger front of the 4runner as well while we're underneath here. So I've only really allowed maybe an hour to do this. It's a pretty straightforward one. I shouldn't find any issues with this. Just so grateful every time I need to do anything with the transfer that I chose to put the join there like that, where I can just undo it and bend it down. Easy access. All done. Got the studs cut back on those U-bolts. I just had a question the other day about setting up these custom shafts. I like to leave about 20 to 30mm of compression movement on that spline. I've done it for 20 years, it's always worked. So what we'll do is we'll go out, we're going to drive a couple of the tracks that we've driven in this without the gears and do a little comparison. Running some errands in the 4runner this morning. Hit the highway and uncontrollable wobbles with the steering wheel. So we've pulled over into a servo. I'm pretty sure one of the fittings in that drop drag link is damaged. And we pulled the front one apart here and they were pretty badly worn. The cups were actually broken. You can see metal there on the magnet. So that's the problem. The cups, the top edge of it chips away. Because we wanted to quickly go in and do a couple of little hills on our way to run our errands, the steering was terrible on the freeway. So we had these genuine ones in the car. So these are the genuine Toyota drop drag link bits and pieces. Really interested to know how they go. I've even got the spring. Wow, so look at the genuine spring compared to what was in it. Yeah, not something I plan on doing on the side of the road, but we'll get there. Onto the back one now. Best way to get these out, I've got a special magnet. I do these that often, and that pulls it out. I've got the ignition on, so the steering wheel has a bit of play as the wheels are on the ground, so I don't have the luxury of jiggling the wheel to get it out. On the side of the road, remember where we do our best work at Team Bullet. Again, the spring It's a lot more compressed than the genuine new one. So we've got it together. We'll nip up the screws, fit the cotter pins, and hopefully be on our way. Even got a genuine split pin here. I wonder what the difference between a genuine split pin and an aftermarket split pin is. Another successful roadside repair. The J-arm ball, I believe, has got a bit of play in it. So when we do the high steer on Bullet, I'll throw that new genuine J-arm under this as well. Fix it up. Been a fair bit of rain overnight. Get to test the gears out for the first time. Thought I'd take the hard line here. Got there eventually. It is slippery though. You can see where the back wheels were trying to bite at the same time as the front in that hole there. Now, reduction gears don't just help with climbing steep stuff. They help with declining steep stuff. So you're not on the brake as much. You let your first gear low range do all the work. I didn't touch the brake pedal once coming down that. Now that's not full flex, but I just want to have a look at that shaft at the front. So when the front droops, the shaft comes out. So you can see with all that droop that we had, we've come out about 30 mil. Now this little climb here is a perfect example of when a standard case isn't low enough. So about a month ago we had a go here and my first gear low range was just a little bit too high for crawling this. Now it's not hugely steep, but there are sections where it is going to catch you out. So you can see there that I did struggle. I did need to use numbers. First gear, low range on 33s. Now we're gonna have an attempt with the crawler gears in. Now, even though we needed a couple of attempts there, just clearance, as you can see on the housing there, I was hitting that rock. The gears still help me control the situation. Now here's another decent climb that I remember with the standard case that I did have to hurry it up a bit. I felt like I did not have the crawling capacity. You can see there's a couple of boulders that are, you know, not nice, not in a nice position. And I just remember thinking, I wish I had the gears here. So we might try this one as well. Too easy. So one more stop to make. One more stop before we go home. Hello.
Nobody's got time for this yet.
Open the door. Show me what I've come to get.
Oh, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
What colour is it? Ooh.
Black. They're all black.
Tell me something.
I use the fluoro green.
What size airline? Is it blue or black?
Black airline.
Okay, so I got to run your airline. Bugger!
It's
That's
time.
all right.
It's
That's
time.
all right. I know. It's
Everyone's black now.
Everyone's
Black's the new blue.
Black's the new blue. It was pretty important catching up with Brian. We picked up our front center for bullet truck. So it's the 80 series high pinion, 456 reverse cut, nitro gears, ARB air locker. And there's the 4-1 gears. We'll need these later on when we run the twin transfer and the 27 spline flange. So we've got a bit of work to do now to get Bullet back up and running. In the paint shop we are. Got the diff nice and orange for us to install. A lot happening. So we'll get this in. I guess I've got to be careful I don't put this upside down. I've never had a high pinion front center before. Funny story though, we're going up to the springs for a round 2. It's of rocket. There's some flashings that we just painted in the paint shop too for the doors that we're enclosing. But yeah, we did a front center leading up to an event at the Springs. It was Tough Tracks round 2. This is Rocket round 2, same venue. We did okay. We went up there and we got a second and a third out of the 3 stages. So hopefully the front center's the good lucky charm. Until next time, and as always, thanks for watching.